What is up, everybody? It is We Are Pigeon here, and I have my updated. Make sure it's updated. Red Eyes, Black Metal Dragon. Or Black Metal Dragon. Oh, I already started this horribly. Red Eyes Black Dragon deck profile. It's updated a little bit more to work a little bit more consistently, but a different strategy than I did in the last one. I'll explain that more into the deck when I'm going through it. So I'm gonna get into it right away. I, 3B chicks, 3B dragons, only one darkness dragon. I think I had two in my last video, if I'm correct. And I cut it down to one because I wanted to make room for other things. And there's a good reason for them. Red Eyes, Wyverns, 3. Probably one of the most important cards. This is the most important card almost. One Metal Dragon. This is a card I added. Comment on my last video, and it was probably one of the smartest comments I've ever read. It's called Galaxy Serpent. It's a dragon tuner with 1,000 attack, so cards of consonance works for it. And since it's 2-star, I can actually go for Azura. Like I fucked up in my last video, it was impossible to go for Azura. Now it's possible. And there's three of these Galaxy Serpents, just in case I forgot to say it. 3 Rider the Stormwinds again. He's still our 1-star tuner, and I can still use him to equip to B-Dragon. And I can still special summon him through Metal. And he goes towards the Crimson Blader and the Red Dragon Archfiend. Darkstorm Dragon, the reason I added him was so I had another normal monster besides B-Dragon. I have a Gemini, so I can switch it into an effect monster. His effect is a beast, and he's a level 8. In case if I don't have Galaxy Serpent, I can still go for Azura, or I can do mainly that, or his effect. His effect is really good. One Magician of Faith. She's almost in every one of my decks. And this is the card that I added again as well. Envoy the Beginning. There's, if I'm correct, I think it's 6. There's 7 light monsters, and all of the rest are dark except for Wyvern, which is a wind. So he gets in the way with that effect, but it doesn't matter. So Envoy the Beginning, definitely useful. Cards of Consonance, 3. It's pretty much the main draw power of this deck. 3 Silver's Cries, and then 2 Swings of Memory. I added these as well. And the reason I added these is a card that's coming up next. Actually, I'll do it next, then I'll go back to the other ones. Dragon Shrine. 3 Dragon Shrines. I based the deck more on Out of the Grave than I did with my last one, where I had a Summoner's Art and an Ancient Rules with B-Chicks, and I had Silver's Cry with the 2 Dragon Shrines. To me, that was annoying because I would usually send everything to the grave before I could special summon them from my hand, or I'd have everything in my grave, and Dragon Shrine doesn't send cards from your hand to the grave, only from the deck to the grave. So I couldn't, if I drew into 3 B-Dragons, Dragon Shrine was dead. It was a worthless card. I could send Wyvern, and that was it. And then 1 Wingbeat of a Giant Dragon, along with 2 MSTs. That was the card that I was going to say before Dragon Shrine, but I came back to it. Or I was going to come back to it. 2 MSTs, the 1 Wingbeat, 1 Infernal Fire Blast. I had 2 of these for a while to test it out, but it got clunky with 2 of them just because it gets in the way almost if you don't have it correctly. And then 1 Dark Hole. After that, it's for traps, it's 3 Champions Vigilance and 1 Ordeal of the Travler. I'm probably almost never going to get rid of this card because it's too useful, but I love it. The side deck is the same. If I'm pretty sure it's in my Blue Eyes White Dragon deck profile. Go through my Blue Eyes deck, and you'll get to the side deck that I use in this deck as well. It's the exact same because the cards are just too useful. Actually, I did update it, so I guess I'll have to do that. But I'm not going to do it in this video. I don't have the time. 2 Crimson Bladers, 2 Red Dragon Archfiend. Oh, making sure I say this. I'm going through the extra deck now. 2 Crimson Bladers, 2 Red Dragon Archfiends, only 1 Stardust Dragon, but it's still really useful to go for. 3 Azura Eyes. The reason I have 3 is because I like to have that ability to keep bringing everything out of the grave. And then 1 Ally of Justice, because there's only 3 level 4s and 3 level 1 tuners. So he's pretty hard to get out, but every now and again you can get him out, and he's pretty useful. 1 Queen Dragoon Dijinn. That's just because there's only 3 level 4s, and it's kind of hard to get her out. This is one of my favorite cards, but I only use one of them because I don't have cards to activate his effect. He's just strong, and if my opponent's dumb enough, they'll use his effect. But it's Master Blades, and then 2 Big Eyes, and 2 Draco Sack. And that's pretty much it. Just quickly, so I get this out of the way as well. I'm going to have a video after I upload this one, and it's probably going to be tonight. This is Thursday. Of me using this deck, and I'll show you the strategy behind it and how to use it. And I'll probably only do 1 duel just because I want to keep it at a good time, but I might try and do 2. And then the next video that I have for you for deck profile, it will be about my Arm Dragon deck. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you guys later.